Good afternoon, Mustangs. My name is Jared Harada.
My name is Chris Roeder.
And this is Mustang Mondays, episode number 2. Now today, we are going to go over some more topics on Freshman 101. Today we're going to be talking about registration, Greek life, and lastly, what to do in SLO, like what kind of stores there are, as well as transportation at Cal Poly. So, first, Chris.
First we're going to talk about registration. So, luckily for first-time freshmen, all freshmen are blocked into their schedule. So you guys don't have to really worry about classes the first quarter. So unless you guys are all, at Cal Poly you're all given a rotation based on your last name. So like RHT through like RYM or something is given like a certain time, and it's registration rotation from 1 through 12. So first quarter you're given 1, and that's for whenever you need to change your classes. So like when I got blocked into my schedule, I was blocked into Survey of Indigenous Studies, and I was like, fuck that shit. So I decided to switch out and take macro econ. So yeah, but then after first quarter you gotta do your own classes, which sucks cock. So I mean, you're gonna have a tough time if you have a late rotation, early rotation, awesome. And people who are in sports, band, there's shit like that, they get priority.
So to reiterate on what he just said, is when you come here to Cal Poly, you don't have to worry about registration. Unlike all other colleges where some of your friends are probably going to be going to the UCs. UCs and private colleges, what they all do is you go ahead and register, usually between July and August. You register your classes, and you go ahead and create your schedule for your fall quarter. Here at Cal Poly, you don't have to. They do it for you. So it's just one thing less that you have to have on your mind coming here to Cal Poly. So next, Chris is going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about Greek life here at Cal Poly and what can you expect as a first-time freshman.
Yeah, so at Cal Poly we have quite an extensive Greek life. We have I think like 16 or 18 frats, like 15 sororities or something like that. So we've got a lot of shit going on around campus. Most of the action happens on a street called Hathaway in California. Hathaway is pretty much frat row, is where all like the big frats are. And there's also some frats along California Boulevard. And right now the biggest ones that we have, the fraternity, the biggest one is Alpha Gamma Rho, which is on California, and ZBT. Those are the biggest ones. And the biggest sorority on campus is Chi Omega. So that's probably the best one. You see ads for them all the time. And actually a thing for you freshmen, most freshmen that we've encountered, they don't rush till winter quarter. Because usually in the first quarter, sometimes people have conflicts. They're still like getting classes together, still like, adjusting to college. So they take a quarter, but then when winter comes, they're all adjusted. They're like, oh, I'm gonna rush. And also there's actually a huge event in spring called Greek Week. So that's big. All the frats compete against each other, and the best one gets like a prize or some shit like that. I don't know.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the basics about Greek life. Yeah. And also actually a big thing is hazing is really frowned upon in San Luis Obispo, and if there's a hazing incident that can get bad, then the frat gets shut down. Because I think a couple years ago, or a year ago, there was a hazing incident where a student died, so they're very serious about that.
Definitely.
So that's Greek life pretty much in a nutshell.
Great. So on to our last topic for today. We're going to talk about what types of stores and attractions you can expect here at San Luis Obispo, as well as transportation. So Chris, go ahead and start with transportation.
Well, for me, transportation, I don't have a car, unlike Jared here, so I'm stuck taking the buses. But every Cal Poly person with their polycard ID card, which I'll show you right now, is when you come here the first day of school, you get a polycard ID right here.
Let's see, we'll zoom in. So this is Chris's polycard. Standard ID card, right?
It's a standard ID card. This is used for all your meals, and for every slow transit bus, you get free rides. So it goes all through campus, a couple routes, and it goes all around San Luis Obispo. It doesn't go farther. But to go out of San Luis Obispo, like let's say you want to go to Pismo, Santa Maria, Morro Bay, Los Osos, you have to take the RTA,
which is the Regional
Transit Authority. Yeah.
Some weird acronym that.
Yeah, you know, it's where all the hobos take, but you know, it's not like that. So you take that if you want to go to Morro. It's usually, like for me to go to Morro Bay, it's like $5. You just buy a day pass, or it's $2.50 each way. And like you can go to Cuesta and shit like that, all with all the rejects. So
yeah.
So how about a car, Jared?
Yeah, so coming here to Cal Poly, I was an early decision applicant, and one of the things that I had a huge question about was, is it really necessary to have a car as a freshman? And to tell you the truth, I'm going to have to say no, because first off, my very, very first check I made out was to Cal Poly administration office. Costing me $495. That's just
for parking.
That's just for parking. That's just like a little slab of concrete that you get that sometimes you can't even get because there's all kinds of cars that are just flooded in the parking lot. So, to say the least, I have to say that having a car here at Cal Poly, like Chris said, you get transportation. You have free transportation through the San Luis Obispo Transit. So you can go anywhere in San Luis Obispo. Again, if you wanted to get to the beach, you can go RTA. So if you want to go to
Pismo, in actuality, it's cheaper than gas.
Avila,
it's cheaper than gas,
and everything else. But there's going to be people that have cars here anyway. So you're just going to make some new friends, and possibly you could just hitch a ride with them, because that's what a lot of people do with me. But I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. But as far as traveling back home, my fall quarter, I think went home, I think 3 times. So one time for Thanksgiving, another time for winter break, and then one time just in the quarter. So to be honest with you, I honestly didn't use the car as much as I really thought I would. It's usually just sitting in the parking lot most of the time. But that's all I have to say about bringing a car here at Cal Poly.
And also traveling back home, because I'm from Southern California, from Dana Point. So if you're traveling back home, you take the Amtrak, you take the train. It's a long train ride. It's like, to where I'm from, it's like 8 hours, but it's like 40. If you get like a little discount card, it's like $42.50 one way. So it's a steal. So yeah. It's better than paying for gas.
Yeah. So because you're a Cal Poly student, you have access to all of these coupons and all these deals that they give out for Cal Poly students. So, if you book your train ticket early, you can get some pretty awesome deals going back home.
And the bus comes on campus.
Yeah, so that's what's really nice.
So you don't have to go all the way out of the way to go to the train station or anything.
People coming from Northern California, unfortunately, the train station actually stops here at San Luis Obispo. So if you're traveling to NorCal, fortunately you're gonna have to take the Amtrak bus. And same for you folks coming out of Central California, Fresno, Hanford, Merced, that type of area. You're gonna have to take a bus to get to Cal Poly. So let's move on to the second part of this topic: dining, food, attractions in San Luis Obispo. Chris, you want to start off with that?
Yeah, well, first off, we just actually a couple years ago, a big addition to San Luis Obispo was a Costco, which is pretty big deal, yeah. Pretty giant deal. So it's in a huge shopping complex. It's not that far off campus. You can take the bus there. There's a Costco. There's a Target. There is a Bevmo for you drinkers out there. There's like an Olive Garden, and there's also a Promenade on Madonna, which has Staples, Forever 21, Panera, Chipotle. But there's Best Buy,
Dollar Tree for those cheapos out there.
Exactly, because you're a college kid, so you're gonna be a cheapo.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where most kids go to shop. There's also like a Trader Joe's nearby.
There's Trader Joe's for all you organic people.
I think there's a Fresh and Easy.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I think it's not.
Same thing you were wrong up here.
Shut up.
So, also downtown. You got to visit downtown sometime. There's the Thursday farmers markets. Everybody here still knows about them. I think it spans about 5 blocks in the city of San Luis Obispo, so you get some really, really awesome vendors out there. We have amazing barbecue. There's all kinds of restaurants that have booths out there that want you to try their food, and it is fantastic. So I totally recommend on going now at least one time to the San Luis Obispo Farmers Market and do that.
It's every Thursday evening.
So it starts at like 6:30 or something. There's also obviously Pismo Beach, Avila. There's Morro Bay, just some other things out there.
There's a couple of nice mountains you can hike. There's Bishop's Peak, which is popular amongst us, and there's also the mountain where the P is, the Cal Poly P, which I just had yesterday. So
yeah, and there's Madonna. There's that mountain as well. So some other stores that us college students love that are just not on campus or not even near SLO. Let's talk about for you Walmart people. You have to travel to a place called the Royal Grande. It's near Pismo Beach. It's about a 15-minute drive out southeast from here. So if you want to go to Walmart, there's your go-to place. In-N-Out. I know all of us love In-N-Out. I love my double-double every day.
With the 4x4?
With the 4x4, exactly. You do have to travel to Atascadero, which is 20 minutes north of here. You just travel along the 101. And there's also another In-N-Out in Arroyo Grande. It's actually right next to Walmart, where Walmart's located. So, if you want to do the double whammy, you can just go to Walmart and then just get your In-N-Out.
And go to Pismo Beach.
And go to Pismo Beach. So.
And also another great place that we haven't talked about in San Luis Obispo and Pismo Beach is Splash Cafe.
Yeah. Some very popular places to eat. Splash Cafe. Try their clam chowder, excellent. I'm a big calamari person, which is squid. They have excellent calamari there. You have the Apple Store downtown for you techies. So Apple Store. We got a Hamburger recently. And let's see,
Chipotle downtown.
There's Chipotle downtown. There's a lot. College paradise, basically.
Yeah.
College paradise. So, do you know about anything else that we could do around here?
I don't know. That's about it.
I think that's about it. But
also, I know there's a question on the page about like the best surf spots or like people surfing. I go bodyboarding, sometimes surf around SLO, and my favorite spot is Morro Bay. So, if people who say Pismo don't believe them, Pismo sucks. Okay, the waves are kind of shitty there. So, I highly recommend Morro Bay. It's usually fun there. It's usually never packed. The most I've been, I was on a like 8 to 10 swell. There's probably 10 to 15 people max. So, it's really not that bad.
Awesome. And fishing's awesome as well. If you're a fisherman, there's piers at Cayucas, Pismo, and Avila. So, I go fishing occasionally, and it's some pretty good fishing spots as well. And as far as for your surfers there, surfers or surfers that are going to be here at Cal Poly, there's actually in the recreation center, not the recreation center, what am I saying? The craft center. In the UU, there's a surfboard shaping class. I think it's $180. There are limited spots. I think there's about 30 spots in total every single quarter. And basically, you're able to shape your own surfboard however you want, and it's only $180. So if you ever wanted to just create your own surfboard, doesn't mean necessarily that you want to do it, but I think it's one of the awesome things that Cal Poly offers, other than all these other universities that don't offer something just as unique as that. So I think that wraps it up for our Mustang Mondays, episode number 2.
I think so. And also, we did not mention, we're in a different location today. This is in the Architecture and Environmental Design building, and we're just in a random-ass classroom that was open. So every week when we film, we're going to be in a different building, different room every single week to just show you guys what the classrooms look like. This is it's pretty much a basic classroom. There's a whiteboard. Desks are...
Nothing too fancy, right?
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy.
This is pretty much basic, but there are some fancier classrooms out there and some fancier labs.
We'll try to get access to those so you guys can see what it's like here at SLO. So... All right, Chris.
All right.
It was a
Great as always.
Awesome.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week.